everybody to Saskia's Odyssey. Not Adrift and Aldhalor, I almost said it. This is our little side quest with Saskia, who is separated from the party in our main campaign and is on a little journey of self-exploration.
Is Christopher Nolan making the remake?
Yes. And Matt Damon is starring as Saskia.
I'm Matt Damon.
Yep. Jacques Touchard, played by Matt Damon. Saskia is actually played by Tom Holland. Anyway, our music is licensed by Musicbed.com. We use Bardly to get it to you all and ourselves. Occasionally we use TabletopAudio, not really as much anymore, but it's always there in the back of my mind. I'm going to bring in Shannon. Welcome.
That's me. Oh God. Hi.
Hello.
Is my audio working? Are there little colorful bars?
Little colorful
Okay.
bars are going.
Yes, excellent. Just wanted to check before I did my whole spiel.
Yeah. That's reasonable. I have on more than one occasion had you say the whole spiel.
Quite frequently.
No audio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. And then the audience had to use their imagination.
Yep.
Or lip read.
Maybe I'll do that for old time's sake.
No.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paradice, wherever you're watching. It's Paradice, our home base, our channel. I don't know why we don't make that more of a thing. Welcome to Paradise. Like that's actually a thing, and now we should say it because it's our channel name.
Well, we haven't had our community manager to tell us what to do.
Excuses. Speaking of community managing, I'm going to talk about our wonderful community and the partners that support us. Starting with Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a TTRPG publisher creating new worlds in the Cypher system and beyond. Their current focus is Foxfire, a science fiction TTRPG with a strong emphasis on high adventure and fun, full-throttle action where you play as anthropomorphic animals who left Earth behind long ago to take their place among the stars. And for as little as $3 a month, you can become a member through their website and gain early access to this developing TTRPG and each of the other worlds that they create. Next, we have Edward Yorke. Eddie is our wonderful character artist. He's an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. To visit his portfolio and get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. And that is Yorke, Yorke with an E at the end. Last but certainly not least, we have 1985 Games. They create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other TTRPGs. In our main campaign, Sean used and are you out of cards now?
I am out of cards. I think I have one more that I'm saving.
Great. Sean has used nearly all but one of their NPC cards as to create awesome characters that we've interacted throughout that game. So if you'd like to purchase those or any of our other their other wares, use our code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. Those are our partners. Join us on Discord. VODs will be up to date eventually. Basically, Sean and I just need to sit down and just do it. And then join us in Paradise everywhere on all the socials. Yeah,
Yay.
I'm done.
Good
Yay.
job, Shannon. Welcome back.
Thanks. That was rough. That's all right. I'm a little rusty.
It's okay. We'll get you back into it. Alrighty then, friends. Let's shift over to our recap. Last we left off in Saskia's journey. She arrived in Gwenvalir, supposedly her homeland, though she has only the memories of the memories of the memories that were gifted to her by a fey creature. She spent her first moments in these shores talking with Ro, her devilish patron, a trickster god of sorts, although he's not really a god, but he's convinced much of the people of the world that he is. An archdevil through and through, but maybe a little different from the others, a little more chaotic and a little bit more you could argue, kind. But he and her discerned, or at least confirmed, her mission here. Find the answers she wants. He'll help her on the way. And as soon as they're done, they go back to Aldhalor to rejoin Iron and Mana. And once they're back in Aldhalor, Saskia will do all the things that he wants her to do. He made it very clear to her that this upfront patronage is unorthodox for patrons. Give the patronee all that they want before asking for anything. But there seems to be a good level of faith between them. And also we learned that there's a bit of a mind meld situation happening. Saskia and Ro can feel each other's emotions and can even access each other's memories a little bit. Part of their deal, but also part of Ro's endeavor to help Saskia with her memories. But they arrived in Nephradala. Nope. Najmadala. Nephradala is a different place in this land. They arrived in Najmadala, the main shipbuilding and port of the Domuzerum region of Farathris in Gwenvalir. A star-shaped island with various different districts and an internal port that has a rather efficient ferry system to get to the mainland. She immediately, after being scammed by a street urchin, met a curious little turtle, a soft-shell turtle, named Ty, or Tygon, and hit it off. Maybe because the little turtle was insistent and also believed that he recognized her. Later, or elsewhere in the city, we met Giuseppe and Gusteau, a couple that is entrenched in the scam business, we'll say, and like pulling off grifts and heists. They stole from a wealthy Aarakocra merchant, but unfortunately the coin purse they stole was trapped with a ink trap, a common technique of the wealthy to try to embarrass and identify thieves. So a big old blast of blue ink went in their faces, and they had to go find a place to wash it all off. In the process, they met up with Saskia and Ty, along with Clara, a curious aristocrat of the Durin Duchy. Together, they all started to get to know each other, went to a local bar after insulting a promoter of another bar, who happened to be a tour guide from a previous adventure we had. But along this way, some may be reluctant, but all confirming that they would join Saskia in an adventure to Tasaka, the place where she is supposedly from and where she was born. And they agreed to go on this adventure using some of the resources of Ty's father's shipping business, particularly his ship, to get them from Najmadala to the ferry port to join a caravan that is leaving for Unduris. These caravans are quite common in the region for people to collectively help protect each other along the road, since it is a dangerous road through Farathris into Unduris, due to some political unrest in the region that some or none or half or all of our party members are a bit aware of in the region, except for Saskia, of course. So where we left off was them all agreeing to go on this trip in the tavern as the evening went on. So, not Iron and Mana, new group, Saskia's group. This is where we left off. The evening is pressing on as you all enjoy some drinks together. It's getting quite late. It'll take about a day and a half for everything to be set to go to the caravan. So you have a few days in Najmadala. Of course, you can kind of just hang out, or if there's anything particular you want to do before you leave, we can do that. But for now, you've just all shared a drink at the tavern. It's getting late. There's a performer setting up their band in this tavern, and the regulars are coming in. As you can see, many dock workers about, as well as some curious merchants and more noble faring folk. It's a rather diverse group here in this tavern, as you can hear the musicians tuning their instruments, and the flair bartender showing off for some of the other patrons. So, Saskia.
Yeah.
You have this group in front of you. They're all young adventurers. Well, adventure-ish, some of them. You can see them sharing drinks. You can see Ty talking to Clara. You can see Giuseppe and Gusteau spying some possible targets for their own machinations. Is there anything in particular you want to do with this group? Or anything you want to say to get them ready for what's ahead?
Yeah. So you all kind of agreed quite quickly to do this journey. Are you all eager for... I know you are, looking at Ty. Are you eager for adventure?
Wouldn't say eager for adventure. Our whole life's been adventure. Like I said, we're looking to go to Tosaka. We have some business so we need to attend there.
Your
no
parents,
home.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have any of you ever gone on like an extended trip or seen any type of battle or anything particularly dangerous?
Like
I've
what was that, Claire?
Clara.
I've gone on a few excursions with the Mistra Arcanum.
The Mr. Arcanum, yeah.
So I've definitely seen combat. I'm not unfamiliar with it. You don't get to level 4 sitting around on your ass.
And I laugh at that, and then I'm like, look at you, and it's like, oh no, you're serious. Okay. No, that's absolutely right. Yeah, no, you've got to have some practical experience for sure. I don't know. We just need to be careful when we're out there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very talented when it comes to magics, but I can't say that I've done much fighting. I stick to the trade routes, and there's usually lots of people who are stronger and more aggressive that will take my place if there's any problems on the ship, which never really happens. But
should you be coming? How old are you?
I thought I told you I'm 47.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, you don't necessarily need to be big or strong or bulky to be a successful adventurer.
I may be small, but I'm pretty tough, You're
resourceful too. You've got a very sharp mind. Like I said before, you procured this caravan within like an hour, which is unheard of.
Well, that's just that's not anything to say about my
don't
combat
downplay
capabilities.
No.
As he says nothing to say about my combat abilities, a really like big, gruff, oh shoot, my brain just blocked on the actual species. We'll say hobgoblin because I forgot. Hobgoblin just sort of like bumps into Ty, and Ty kind of like goes forward and spills his drink as this like 7 foot tall hobgoblin just sort of another round onto the table and like kind of like looks down and laughs, snickers at Ty.
Hey, watch where you're fucking going, yeah? This wasn't your spot.
Wasn't my spot. Of course this isn't my spot. This is my tavern. I come here every night, princess.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay. So then what's the name of the establishment? If you come here every night, then...
Yeah. Give me an intimidation check.
Also, can I do a quick perception check on this guy? What this guy has on him?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Can I loot him before he's dead?
Got a 15 intimidation.
Okay. He looks at you like he's definitely like thrown off. What was your perception check?
I got a 23.
23, yeah. So he is not like a dock worker, it doesn't look like. He might himself be like, just from what you're seeing here, he's armed. You can see that he has a dagger and what looks like a club, like a pretty like hefty club. He has you can see underneath his tunic, he is absolutely wearing a little bit of medium armor. He's not I mean, he's by no means like a soldier, but he's clearly like muscle. That's either coming off of a job and spending the coin he made, or is certainly someone who would be at least a little bit of a threat to you all in terms of combat prowess.
Okay.
But again, I guess for the purposes of Gusteau and Giuseppe's whole shtick, he does look like he has a little bit of coin on him because he's dropping. This is a guy who just finished a job.
Hey.
Hey, Giuseppe. Yeah. I caught him. Looks a little dangerous.
Let's Simon out of the bag.
While they're doing that, Saskia, this hobgoblin looks at you, and you definitely embarrassed him, and he clearly doesn't come to this bar every night because it takes a second. He actually even looks towards the door, hoping there's a sign. He probably just wandered into the first tavern he saw, and he kind of gives you a sharp, toothy grin. You can see his canine teeth are gold plated, and he's just like. Sorry about that, little guy. As he just drops a heavy hand on your head tie and gives you like a tussle to your non-hair.
That's quite all right. You have a nice night.
You all have a nice night too. And that toothy grin again.
All right, clear off.
What? I apologize. I'm still gonna stand here.
Well, then fucking scoot over and make room for him. He was here first.
He's small. There's plenty of room. Isn't that right, little guy?
Are you gonna let him call you little guy? Just because
I
Yarwan
am.
doesn't. Why? He doesn't mean it in a good way.
He knows not to get into a fight. And he slaps him on the back in the shell.
You could see like Ty's eyes are kind of like darting back and forth between the two of them, and you could tell that he's like getting nervous and he doesn't really know, how to react to the situation.
At this point, Simon, I imagine, is going to go through this guy's legs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Simon! Wait, watch out, Simon! Watch out for my brat! He bites!
Yes! And you see the guy lifts his boot to stomp on Simon.
Oh no.
As he goes for that, can I cast Gust of Wind on the guy?
Oh jeez.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a saving throw, right?
DC 15 strength saving throw.
He fails. What happens?
Let's see. Strong wind blasts from. Oh shoot! No. Okay. So I said gust of wind. I probably meant gust.
Yeah.
But I will cast gust of wind if you want me to. I have both spells.
Are they both strength saving throws?
They're both the same saving throw, but one
Whichever
is a
one's
cantrip
fine.
and the other one's a spell. Okay.
Up to you.
I'm going with the less powerful one, the cantrip, because
Okay.
that's what I kind of meant to do. He's pushed 5 feet away from me. Basically, that's it.
Okay.
But it's basically to stop him from stepping on the rat.
Oh,
he's
yeah, absolutely.
Probably on 1 foot.
Yep. And it knocks him on his ass because he's on 1 foot. So he goes to lift his foot up, and then what does it look like when Ty casts Gust of Wind on him?
So you would just see let Star reappear in the center of his little crescent sickle that he clutches to, and it kind of like the star spins like really quickly, and it kind of like that force just transfers as air, and it's honestly not even like you could hear it more than you can see the actual effect.
Yeah.
But you just all of a sudden you see all the fur on the furbolg just get shot backwards, and he loses his balance and tumbles over.
Yes, the hobgoblins, long.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. His long dark hair goes blasts back as this invisible gust after the light on the crescent, and he goes tumbling back, falling on his ass because he was up on 1 foot, and it's a big slam on the wooden ground as the bar goes quiet.
I'm sorry. You were gonna step on the rat.
Giuseppe will walk up behind him, be like, hold on, all right, yeah, let me help you up. I apologize for my friend here. It's just his pet. He didn't want to get stepped on. Here, let me help you up.
Simon, come on! Like,
get off of me!
Aggressively puts the rat. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir.
As Giuseppe would like to try to like get behind him to like help push him up.
Yeah.
Can I try to swipe his dagger?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
30.
Yeah.
That's not
Amazing.
Septimus rolls.
Yeah, right.
Well, remember last time Giuseppe rolls well.
Giuseppe does roll not like Septimus.
All right, you get the dagger, and the guy shoves you off of him and stands up really quickly and glares at Ty and Saskia. As you can hear some stools shift as about 5 other guys stand up. 5 other, like a few other hobgoblins. There's a bugbear in them. There's a tabaxi, and they all kind of like they don't like rush up, but they're all like ready as this guy stands up, and he looks. He goes, and he points at you, Saskia, as he shoves Giuseppe away. Is this going where I think it's going? Is this going where I think it's going? And he goes to reach for his dagger.
Wait.
Can I cast levitate on him?
You can't cast levitate on. Remember, it can only cast on yourself because it's unless you have that as a spell outside of your.
I can do it at will.
Yeah, but that's because it's your what do you call it?
One creature or loose object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet.
Invocation. It's your invocation though, and your invocation says you can only cast on yourself. We learned this in Stormbreaker's Landing when we couldn't levitate all of our party over.
Fine, then I'll just stand there and just let him do. Continue.
Okay. He goes to reach for his dagger and he sees it's not there, and he immediately looks at Giuseppe.
As he looks at Giuseppe, can I try to steal his club?
I'm going to say no, because the difference here is that his hand is literally at his club. I mean, you can't.
You said the dagger, so
they're on the same side. It was like a multiple thing. Yeah. I didn't actually explain that, but yes, he has like a belt with the dagger sheath and the club in the belt. But he does shout out, "Fool stole my dagger! Get him!" And the other guys all immediately pull out their own clubs and whatever. Let's roll a little initiative. We're a little.
Figured it'd be easier to take the dagger. I wanted the club, but it'll be easier to swipe the dagger.
The dagger would definitely. I mean, you had a 30. You could have swiped either of them.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna roll a 30. Also.
No, I know. All right, 20 to 25.
22.
15 to 19.
19.
What was it, Ty?
17.
All right, 10 to 15.
14.
Bad roll.
Well, lucky for you all, they rolled very poorly, so you're all going to go before them. All right, so these guys, they look like they're muscle, probably for a merchant, probably bodyguards of some kind. So, Saskia, you are up
Mhm.
first. These guys are threatening your new friends.
Okay. This is going to be a very stupid question because I should know this, but I'm looking at my inventory and I don't see a packed weapon. Didn't I have one? Did I leave it? Did I leave it with the other people? My other crew?
I don't think so.
No, you
I don't
didn't
think
leave.
so
You
either.
didn't leave any like major
I didn't leave
consequential things
weapons.
with
Yeah.
them.
Right.
Let me look real quick at your.
Yeah, because all I
It could
see
just simply
is like
be that it got reset in one of like D&D Beyond's updates.
Yeah,
Nope,
because
that's old Saskia.
I thought I had one.
It was
What was your?
Wasn't it a
like a
scimitar? It was
plus one.
a scimitar,
It
right?
was your scimitar. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
your. It could just simply. Oh yeah, it's not in there.
Yeah.
Let's. Trying to remember though, because there was some reason why we did take some weapons away. I think. Well, Go ahead and put a +1 scimitar in your
Okay.
inventory.
All right. So I will, as I'm doing that, but I will make it appear, you know, as my packed weapon. And
Yep.
now, can I still have it come with a splash of seawater, or does it now have to appear with like some sort of like little flame?
Yeah, it wouldn't come with the splash of seawater anymore. It would come with a little burst of flame. Though the weapon is sea themed because we never made the item in your inventory,
Yeah.
but you can summon a spectral shark with it. I just never
Excellent.
made the item to put in your bag.
A spectral shark.
but,
Tentacles can get fucked.
But it would appear with like this quick little like very when I say
Yeah,
quick, I
very-
mean
yeah, it's
like,
like a spark.
like a spark, more like sparks. Yeah.
All right, so that's my bonus action. With my bonus action, I will make my scimitar appear in my hand and kind of just like lazily hold it and just look at the guy and be like, "Do you really want to get into this? This is such a lovely establishment, the name of which you didn't even fucking know." And I will hold my action to swipe at him if and when he goes for one of my new friends.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your attack action.
Yes.
All right, good. All right, then Gusteau, you are up.
Whoa! We don't need to. Okay. I'm going to. Sean, how far away is everybody?
So the main guy is obviously right on top of you guys. The others are about 5 feet away, or at least a 5 foot square between you all and them, as they've kind of gathered. I guess on a battle map would be 10 feet away. So 10 feet away.
Okay.
Ty, you're on deck.
Yeah. I'm gonna get. Do I just? Yeah, I guess I do. The question is,
What is the question?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. No, I guess I'm gonna hold my action to attack.
If they attack.
Yeah, if they attack, I'm gonna let them take the first hit.
Okay. All right. Ty, you were up with Clara on deck.
But I will use my bonus action to just hunter mark him.
Ooh, okay. Cool. Love that. Okay, so he is hunters marked. Ty, you were up with Clara on deck, and then Giuseppe, then them.
You're muted, Clay.
Sorry. Ty, his shell starts glowing in this light. You can see that the star on his scythe is now glowing brightly, and you can kind of see little sparks of light shine in the back of his shell in like kind of like a random order. Like it doesn't look like it's very uniform. But he's giving off this like kind of aura of dim light. And you can see that the wand is now kind of looking more like there's like a spectral these spectral lights are like floating around it in a sort of curve, and when he points it at the big furbolg, his hands like shaking
Hobgoblin.
Sorry. He's pointing it at the hobgoblin, and his hand's shaking a little bit, but you can see that there's like this kind of like crescent of shining stars aiming at him, and he's gonna use he's gonna cast a spell. He's gonna start with a good old guiding bolt. $23 to hit.
Nice.
Now you're muted, Sean.
23 will hit.
Okay. So that's gonna be 12 radiant damage.
Okay.
And when I'm gonna use a bonus action to use his archer ability, this is for being a star druid. He has an attack called Archer Luminous Arrow, which allows me to make a ranged attack as a bonus action. And because I successfully landed a shot with Guiding Bolt, it's going to have advantage.
So, quick question.
Yes.
You have to activate your starry form to do that as a bonus action?
Yes, but when I activate my starry form, which is the thing I was describing before, it says you're allowed to use the attack. It says when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts.
Oh, it does say when you activate. Sorry, I only saw subsequent turns.
Yeah,
okay.
It's and, not or.
You got it. So then, yes, you can do a bonus. You get, as part of your starry form, you can do the bonus action attack with your archer constellation. And it will have advantage because he has you hit him with a guiding bolt.
Correct. So that's a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Got almost a crit with the 19. And that's going to be another 9 radiant damage.
Okay. Nice. So you blast this guy with starry radiant magic all around. Imagine you send that guiding bolt off. Then there's... What does the archer constellation look like when you use that?
So it kind of looks like a... when I first shoot off the guiding bolt, it looks like Ty is not like aiming well in either shot. Like he shoots the first guiding bolt and it literally like goes up into the ceiling and then like comes straight down on him. Like it does like a big curve. And the second minor shot, he is like him stumbling, like he falls back a little bit from the first shot, and he's like a little like he thinks it's the wand's problem, so he like taps on the wand a little bit to like get it to like stop, and then just shoots off another bolt and he gets startled by it and it hits him as well.
Yes,
and,
I love the idea that like fate is guiding your attacks more than your abilities. As Ty gets blasted back by his own guiding bolt that impossibly lobs down onto him like a almost like a ranged like heavy attack that's just like it's almost accidental, and then he blasts with his wand when he's trying to fix it, and the guy takes both hits, and the guy definitely like he faces them. Like this does a lot of damage to him, but he like you can tell he's a meatbag. He's sturdy. Just to give you guys the general view, there are 5 of them total, including him. Two of the guys who are on the other line, they seem rather like everyday brigands. They don't really look that strong. They look a little weaker, while the two of the other four look a little bit tougher, like him. One of them actually looks even bigger than the bugbear, or the hobgoblin. I'll say he's a bugbear. There's a bugbear who looks like the toughest one. And this guy looks like he's the leader of this little band of mercenaries. And then there's a more Leith one who has a rapier at his waist and a dagger. The big tough guy doesn't have any weapon. He just has his fists. And then obviously the hobgoblin has his club. And then the other two just look like they're pretty general. One could argue minion-like.
Afterwards, Ty is going to fall to his knees, get on all fours, and try and crawl away.
I love it. I love it. You crawl. Imagine you crawl like between Sass's legs behind her to get away. Excellent. All right, Clara, you are up with Giuseppe after.
So Clara takes a step back, and only the most perceptive of individuals, I'll let you decide, would notice a change in her stance as she's using a bonus action to activate her blade song. She then says, "My father always told me not to start a fight I don't intend to finish." And she casts Blade Ward on herself and stands back away from the fight. So she is, for all intents and purposes, not actively engaged in this fight.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that someone can't attack her.
Absolutely. So what I'll say is, for the perceptive part, I would say really actually the only people who would really notice this shift would be, looking at your passive perceptions, Gusteau. You're very perceptive. You would notice that there's a formality to this step, this clear, like, talented form that she's taking on. And then I would say also Tygon, you have a great passive, so you notice something interesting there. But as you
no stock in it though.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's interesting. I don't really know what it is, but that's interesting. Gusteau, being the eyes of your operation, you've definitely tangled with plenty of people who are well trained, and can tell there's something interesting there. All right, Giuseppe, you are up. You've got 5 guys who are slowly surrounding you all.
So I'm right there next to the.
Yep, you're right behind the
bugbear or hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Is someone else within 5 feet?
No, not yet. Oh, of allies? Allies?
Yeah.
No. Actually, yes. Gusteau is, because he was also in his space.
Okay. Then I'm going to go for an attack on him with my dagger, +1. Like,
I love it.
Come on. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Woo! And he's like, somebody should have teach you manners, you ugly mutt.
Go ahead and roll damage.
As he will do 7 piercing damage.
I love that you are rolling better than Septimus.
Oh, of course.
This is amazing.
And of course, sneak attack.
Yep.
Yes.
So 2d6. That's an additional 12 piercing damage. So as he goes and says that, as he's like holding his dagger, Giuseppe puts it behind his belt to store it as he takes out his own +1 dagger and goes and swipes at his Achilles and then like jabs it in his freaking quad as he says that.
Yeah, this bugbear is taking a beating in this round of combat. I'm sorry,
and
hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Yeah, hobgoblin, I know. I apologize, I guess. And with that, Giuseppe's going to move away from him.
Wait. Oh.
What?
Well, but while you're, because I held my action for somebody else to engage.
That's right. Yes.
So I want to attack while Giuseppe is right there.
Yep. Go for
So
it.
I get bonus as well for.
Yeah, you guys know how to fight together. So
Yeah, we know.
it's not
we
to disengage until you get your move off.
I'm gonna first attack with my my scimitar. That's an 18.
18 hits.
All right. And I'm using the Nick Mastery, so since it landed, I can also make another attack in the same action. So that is 7 points of damage plus an additional 4 for 11 with the Hunter's Mark, and then I'm gonna attack again. Okay.
Good job remembering your Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, I got the 100. That was a Hunter's Mark damage as well. This one is going to be a 26 to hit, which I imagine hits.
It does, sir.
And I'm going to roll for damage. That's 9 points of damage, plus an additional Hunter's Mark.
What are you attacking?
And Colossal, a short sword.
Nice. Okay.
Scimitar and a short sword. So Gusteau had his hands up, and then he quickly went swipe.
Ooh, I like it. Now I have to ask you this: Are you lethally attacking him here? Because you will.
No.
Okay. So how do you knock this guy out?
It's more of a. I might cut his hand off, and then just like knock, and then knock him with like the butt of my.
With your short sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, lightning fast, Giuseppe and Gusteau do this pair attack on him with that held action, where basically, go ahead, Alex.
And then as he's no, you get there, and then I'll finish it off.
Okay, cool. So it's all like so fast, the two of them. Like they seemed like kind of a little like bumbling thieves before this, but they're level like Clara said, you don't get to level 4 without a little bit of tactics. And Giuseppe, as this guy is like clearly about to like take this club and knock Sass in the face if he can. The two of them, Giuseppe, you just come up, you get that quick back attack from behind where you get him right in the side with your dagger and say your word off to him. And as you pull your dagger out, about to disengage, is when Gusteau goes in for it and goes in with this first attack that just slices the guy's hand off. And then as he drops to his knees, screaming, grabbing his wrist, is when he just bashes him in the head with his the end of his short sword, knocking him out.
Yeah, make sure you clean up.
All right,
off of the manners.
Yes. One of the two of you, Giuseppe or Gusteau, give me an intimidation roll with advantage. One of the two of you. Or you could both roll independently, and we'll take the higher.
I think May.
Yeah. Okay.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. As this happens, and I imagine like the wide angle shot of your group here now. The rest of you, do you want to kind of like participate in like the stare down of this, of being intimidating?
Ty's hiding behind Shan.
I know Ty's not going to, and I know Clara is going to be in kind of that ready position, right?
She's just like clutching her grimoire to her chest, but it's like that back foot that looks flat, but it's like angled a little bit, so it could be like quickly like choo.
Yep. Sass, what do you do?
What you do?
What I do is I kind of like I'm still holding my scimitar just lazily, and I'm just looking at them with a like really kind of smirk on my face, like told you to fucking move over.
You've got some epic hero backlighting from the dim light my shell's emitting.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
And as this
if there's if there's dim light, I just took a very cool invocation, and if it's dim light, I can go invisible. But then I'm not going to do that, because then you'll be visible. So no, I don't want to do that.
It's not dim light anyway.
I don't want to do that. Nope.
It's dim light in the sense of the aesthetic of this bar, but not in the mechanical sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as though a lot of you stand there right after Sass asked you all if you were ready to fight, and you give off this display. They all like there's that like side swiping like camera like in an anime when the goons are all scared of you guys and make faces and it's all stylized. They all go, like look like super like they do legitimately look frightened by you. The fact that you just cut off their leader's hand and knocked him unconscious. And they rush forward not to attack you, but to grab their guy and drag him out as he's kind of like in and out of consciousness. As they quickly like wrap a rag around his hand. You see like the smallest one of them, like one of the like minions, comes up and kind of like is shaking and just like grabs the guy's hand and runs back to join the group as the 5 of them just clamor running for their lives out of the bar. As everything kind of like is awkwardly quiet as a bunch of patrons are all kind of staring at you.
Where's the bartender?
The bartender is hiding right now. He literally dropped to his knees behind the bar when all of this started happening.
Oops.
I will make my scimitar disappear, and with another little spark, and just turn around to face them all and be like, "That's fucking impressive. That was really impressive. Well done."
Tygon's just going, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
We gotta get out of here.
My father's gonna find out
No,
about
hang on,
this, and I'm
hang
gonna
on.
be in so
Whoa,
much
whoa, whoa,
trouble."
whoa, whoa. Hang on. I'm adopting your fucking accents. Just a
You
moment.
won't get in any trouble. You can blame it on us. He was rude. All right? You gotta stand up for
Yeah.
yourself.
He was rude. But I don't know that the two of you needed to go and fucking provoke him. Yeah?
Provoke him. We
What do you
disarmed him. You guys were escalating it, and we took action. I took his dagger away from him. Who knows what he could have done with that thing?
I'll admit, I keep talking like you
As
do.
you say, I'll admit though, Saskia, as they kind of like defending themselves, you see kind of like spectrally from your body, only you can see this, comes the sparks like your sword as Ro kind of like stands, and then like Ro just kind of like rests his chin on Giuseppe's shoulder and raises an eyebrow at you.
I'll admit that it was very impressive. Like those knife skills you got are very, very impressive. And you, Gusteau, you're so fast. I've never seen anybody move that quickly. But listen, you don't need to take every single fucking target that comes your way. Yeah? You have a very, very impressive set of skills. Don't get me wrong. But you don't just because we could have handled it, we could have, I don't know.
They probably didn't have to cut his hand off, but I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, I think that was a little much. Yeah, cutting off the hand. I mean, again, very impressive, but maybe we save that for.
Well, maybe he's gonna now find another line of work. That wasn't for him. He got his hand cut off. That's
yes,
not
but
for him.
now you also could have thoroughly pissed him off, and now he's gonna go recoup, or better yet, thinking of Septimus, he's gonna go get a really powerful, like mechanical hand, and he's gonna come and choke the life out of you. So,
Well, we're leaving the city anyway, so I mean,
Exactly.
it's fine.
That's why we should get moving. Hey, bartender, do you have a wet rag? We gotta clean up some of this blood.
The bartender kind of like shakily comes up and literally just hands you his rag. And as he does that, like the bar goes back to normal. Like as much as like this was a pretty like serious scrap, like you cut the guy's hand off. I mean, people are used to bar fights. This is a really like a lot of like dangerous people come in and out of Najmadala. So like people are rather used to like semi-lethal fights happening sometimes amongst the independent people. In Farathris, those of you from this area know that it's like a pretty like strength-based society. Whether that strength is physical strength or financial strength, there's they're pretty like survival of the fittest. So people are kind of like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have fucked with them. And like even like as this is all happening, like the band just like starts. Like they're like, yeah, all right. As like the lead singer, it's this like this Gwyn elven woman who's clearly has like her own spell book at her waist that maybe Clara pinpoints. As like they set up all their instruments, you've got like it's like one's got like a banjo ready, and she just casts this thaumaturgy that takes the form of like this spectral like like bullhorn almost that she speaks through to get her voice going, and she's just sort of like, well, it looks like those at the bar got the party started for us, but let's play some music. And the whole crowd kind of like cheers as they just go into the music, and like the bar is completely normal as the bartender tosses the rag to Gusteau.
Is there dancing? Or
Of course, there's
there...
dancing. This is romping music. There's
Hell
foot stomping
yeah.
music.
This is as the music strikes up again, like Saskia will start bobbing her head to the music. It's like, oh yes, this is why I come to taverns. Would anyone care to dance? I fucking love to dance.
I'll
Gusteau.
dance. I love dancing.
I'm gonna need a couple more of these before I hit the dance floor. Especially now that I'm all amped up.
Come on, Giuseppe. Come on.
God, I know what bloodlust does to you. All right.
The bartender does refill your drinks, and those who want to dance can dance.
Right, I take Clara's hand and we head to the dance floor.
She's still clutching the arcane
Yeah.
grimoire.
Do you ever put that thing down? Or have like a
Um,
little holster or something for it?
I do. And she just lets her eyes wander over the crowd.
Mm.
I feel a little safer with it. You know how it is.
That I do, and I'll take your hand and like twirl you around.
And Clara, hopefully without a performance check, dances fairly well considering that's literally what her subclass is.
No check needed for that. You can take full advantage of your proficiencies here.
Ty holds the table while everybody else goes out dancing.
Oh,
and-
Ty.
And you can see that like he gives a big tip to the bartender who is like serving them drinks. You know, looks like he's like apologizing profusely, but you can't hear it over the ruckus of the crowd. And he does look very nervous and self-conscious for a while, but after watching you guys dance for a couple of minutes, he starts like tapping along to the music.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the bartender is as shaken up as Ty, but like, you know, in you profusely about apologizing is like, yeah, I mean, it's once a week that kind of thing happens, but you know, you never get used to it. As he
Really, you don't get used to it. I thought like if it like keeps happening, it won't be that big of a deal. You know, there's adventurers all over the place, but it's gonna be that scary every time.
and the bartender leans forward as they retrieve the bloody rag from Gusteau and start washing splash blood off the bar. He says, I mean, you get a little used to it, but you know, it's if you're not used to it, you still feel that tension in your belly there. You know, it means you're still Alma at the end of the day, right? Right? This big smile is like this blood-soaked rag just tosses it into a barrel of water.
You could tell that he is not all right, but he's just like trying to fake laugh. He's like, yeah.
I try and catch Ty's eye. I'm like, come on, go dance, come on.
He's too shy. He's staying at the table.
But a lot of you can dance away at the band and enjoy yourselves. Maybe have a few more drinks before after an hour or so, the band finishes up and the night gets quiet. And it's more the late evening crowd where people are clustered together at their own tables, playing cards or dice and singing their own songs. Like it kind of turns into a quieter vibe where people are separating off to their own groups as the band packs up.
I don't remember. Did we get rooms here?
You did not.
I didn't think so. So, are we looking to stay here tonight, or do y'all have your own places that you go and rest for the evening? Like, what do you think would be the best the best way to regroup in the morning.
Well, there's free board on the loggerhead if you want to head to the docks.
Oh,
But you've got to,
music.
yeah, as long as you're comfortable, like, it kind of smells down there like fish.
Listen, I've lived on the sea for quite a while, and I don't even smell it anymore, so I'm perfectly fine with that.
That sounds.
The invite's shared to everyone, of course.
That sounds pretty terrible, actually. I think Gusteau and I are gonna split a room. You know, don't want to smell fish.
What's wrong with smelling like fish?
It's gross.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I appreciate the invite, but I should get back to my ship and just touch base with my folks there.
Right, and you
then
need to tell them that you're
Yes, of course, but I'll meet you all at the loggerhead tomorrow. Do you know what the dock is? She asked Ty, and Ty can share that information.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. So Giuseppe and Gusteau can split a room here at the tavern. Saskia, you can go with Ty as Clara returns to be probably reprimanded a little bit by her footmen. But as you're all leaving, Sass, you can notice up on the stage, only to your ears and eyes, you can see up there is Ro picking away at his mandolin, kind of living his own performance, despite you being the only audience there, as he picks away at the this machine kills gods mandolin that he has, as he plucks a little lovely tune, and you can hear a bit of a lilting voice come out as he sings a traditional Aldhalor song that you've never heard before, but is quite beautiful.
And as he's playing, we're walking out. I'll say, "Hang on a second, Ty. I think I left something. Just hold on a second." And I'll just double back, and I'll be his audience. I'll listen, and just appreciate the art form.
I is enjoying this, night sky, and he just liked walking alone with Saskia. So the fact that she wants to wander off is fine by him. He's just just taking in the sights and thinking about home, and the adventure that he's gonna be on, and doesn't even find this strange.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sass, as you listen, Ro performs this song, and it kind of escalates into a long sort of solo on the mandolin. It's quite beautiful. But as it's happening, you notice the room feels like it's getting warmer. You can hear people kind of getting way more into their card games, their own individual singing. There's a group that has started their own kind of jam session in the corner with some instruments they've pulled out, and everyone's kind of laughing more, smiling more, drinking more, as the room becomes dizzying, as the revelry effect is happening in this bar.
Do I feel that too?
You feel that, but it's not as effective on you. You understand it, and you also feel it's way more a sense of excitement that you feel, pride, and comfort that you're pulling from Ro and what he's experiencing in this moment.
Yeah, okay. So then after listening for a little bit and noticing all of the revelry that's happening, I'll wait till he's done, and then just kind of a little bit of a slow clap and touch my hat, and I will follow Ty out.
And he smiles and gives you a wink as he starts to play another song, but wanders out into the audience. You can see him manipulating the room where you can see him come up to a dice game and he waves his hand over the dice as they were supposedly settled and then move again to influence the game. And he just kind of like is fucking around with the whole room. He goes over and like plays like he's playing with the people who have their own instruments as he is just enjoying this scene before. And he almost like walks parallel to you. And once you get to the door to leave and maybe you're eyeing him the whole time, he just spectrally disappears back into you.
All right, Ty, lead the way. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. What?
Yeah,
That's
I
fucking
imagine there was like a small fountain like in the courtyard where Ty was waiting, and he was just like using shape water to make little sailboats that are like floating in the sky, and then like as soon as she says all right Ty, they just splash to the ground. He's like, oh yes, of course, right this way.
And you can head out to the western docks where Ty's father's ship is to settle for the night.
Yeah, so Ty would lead you into, the boat. You can see it's like a big trading ship. A very large front bow that looks like it has been reinforced as if it was like kind of like an icebreaker or something along those lines, where it can travel through stormy seas or perhaps cold areas. It looks like it's a very strong ship for traveling and storing things. But he doesn't lead you to the like below decks where you would expect the sailors to be all bunked up in hammocks. He takes you to a cabin towards the back of the ship, and he opens the door and just says, this is you.
No, I'm totally fine going down below. This is way nicer than anything I've ever slept in. I don't need this.
Please, you haven't even seen it yet. It's very humble. Trust me, you're my guest on the ship. You deserve the best accommodations I have for you.
And I'm just like, I'm imagining there's like this reciprocal effect of like Ty is like doesn't feel worthy of Saskia, but Saskia doesn't feel worthy of this like the captain's quarters or whatever it is, and it's just like
you can tell it's not the captain's quarters. It's what you can almost instantly tell is that this is like Ty's room when he travels. And he's got like a little hammock that looks much more comfortable than the other ones that you've seen. It's got like lots of pillows and stuff, a small desk that's filled with like old books. There's star charts all over the ceilings. And it's a small room because he's a small guy. There's not much space for you, but you can tell that it's like very cozy. There's a few wildflowers with lavender growing on the near the portcullis, and as soon as you step into the room, you hear a squeaky floorboard. Like there's like one floorboard in the middle of the room that's like clearly loose.
Yeah.
How many family members do you have?
Ty has an extended family that's like lots of cousins, but for immediate family, it's just him and his father.
Yeah, so Sass, you would see kind of like in a place of pride in the room, and perhaps this is similarly maybe in the captain's quarters, is a well-made oil painting of Ty next to his father, who is like just like a taller turtle. It's like very much like formal photo-esque, where it's Ty there with his father standing over him.
Ugh, my heart. Ty, is this your room?
Well, yeah. but that's only for long voyages. Actually, the thing is, everybody who goes on this ship, I have the keys to every room, and everybody goes into town and rests in the inns when we're docked. They don't get to spend much time off the ship, so the place is empty besides a few watchers. I'm just gonna go into the captain's room. It's gonna be totally fine. You just have a good night's sleep.
I'll get down on his level. Say, I really appreciate this. You didn't have to go to. You didn't have to. I appreciate that. You're very, very kind. You're very kind, and don't. And I pause for a second, and I'm like, and then I'm thinking back to the hobgoblin. Don't let people take advantage of you. All right? Don't be afraid to take up space. You're a good person. I know I've only known you for, less than a day, but I can tell. And you don't let people fuck with you.
I appreciate that. And feel free to look around. I've got some great books if you want to spend some time. My ship is your ship.
Thank you very much.
Can I get you anything? Are you okay?
I am perfectly fine. This is leagues above what I usually sleep in. So, thank you.
Okay then. Good night.
Good night.
And I just close the door.
Clara, when you return to the Duke's yacht, you see standing near the gangplank at the ship is your head footman who's been waiting for you. Rather late, Lady Clara.
Yes, I apologize, Alfred. It's just, I met some new friends, and also, you're gonna have to take off without me.
Pardon, Lady Clara. We have a schedule.
You have a schedule. I was given a schedule, and one I don't really agree with. I have other things that I need to see to. Protecting citizens of Honduras, right? That's my role. Or will be. Well, not that I'll ever actually be regent, but... And she just kind of smiles and gives a little shrug.
And he looks at you with this dumbfounded look as he's trying to memorize all of his own decorum for a moment like this. But lady, your father...
My father is many things. If you simply tell him that I am off showing young adventurers the wonders of our land, he will be most understanding, I'm sure.
And when you say that, there's like almost like a comfort that comes over Alfred, and he kind of his stupor shifts to a warm smile as he kind of understands what you're getting at. Yes, as your family is wont to do.
Exactly. I'll spend the night here on the yacht, though, if you guys aren't leaving just now.
No, of course, lady. You can rest here this evening, and if there's anything you need, you can take from the yacht. Can you at least tell me where you're going?
The end is to Saka. So actually, I'll write a note tonight for the Duke, but I will meet him in Saka for the annual ceremony when that time comes.
Of course. Well, good luck, and I will see you in due time for the memorial.
Of course. Good night, Alfred. As she walks off to her room.
And he nods and finally relieved of waiting for you. Kind of like you could even see out of the corner of your eye, like his shoulders slack, and he's just sort of like, I think the gods. All right. As he pulls the gangplank on and secures the ship. Giuseppe and Gusteau, you pay the silver to get a room at the tavern. The taverns are quite nice. This tavern's rooms are quite nice. It's not Ty's private quarters or the Duke's yacht. But you walk into the room and there's a nice bed there with a little potted sunflower that sort of looks a little wilted, like they don't water these things enough, with a very modest hearth and a desk with a single stool.
I don't understand. Why don't they give us a bigger bed? There's two of us.
This is ridiculous. I'm gonna go down there and ask.
Yeah,
I asked.
mean, like,
they knew there was two of us. Like, I'll handle it.
Yeah, but like, even if we were like there was two separate beds and we had to put the beds together, like.
I tell you what it is. It's freaking racism. Okay, they see a little guy like me and they think that I could fit in a bed like you. No problem.
Yeah,
I tell you,
it's
BS.
Unacceptable.
And
go tell him.
Giuseppe, you easily enough with your own charm are able to talk to the tavern keeper, who's very flustered and is like, "No, of course, sir. We meant nothing by it for your size. I will. Yes. Can we get another bed into room 7? I know. Just do it. As they as very like it's like very like annoying and loud as they clunker in a second bed into the room to push up to the bed to make it a little bigger space for the two of you.
It's like Gusteau and Simon's just like peeking out a little bit, just watching them.
But yes, they make it more accommodating for the two of you.
As he jumps on the bed and just like relaxes, like.
So, are we really going north
today? Yeah, of course we're going up north. But...
All right.
Some interesting characters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Probably some money to be him. There's definitely money to be made.
Well, if we stick with that little turtle, I think.
Forget about the turtle. You know who that girl was, right? That was daughter of the governor. You didn't catch that?
Yeah,
Duke,
no, I caught that. I caught that.
Duke. I'm a little frazzled.
We should have had her buy the drinks. Why did we buy the drinks?
Oh, we were trying to be pleasant.
That's right. Yeah.
Win her good favor.
Right. Okay. All right.
She needs protectors like us. You see, she just stood there during that whole encounter.
Yeah.
She was probably embarrassed after that like failed dance that she do.
Well,
embarrassed me. I was trying to collect money for that.
Look, we don't call that embarrassing. She did great. She did great. If you're gonna talk, she did great.
That's what I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I know. But in the public eye, she did great. Make sure she knows that.
All right.
Have to keep an eye out. Well, how about I put on my goggles at night and take off everything else?
And the camera drifts up above the tavern to the starry sky that Ty's looking out on his ship, his father's ship, and we all come to rest for the evening. I think it's a great place to take a break and jump back in. We'll be back, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us. welcome back, everybody, to Saskia's Odyssey. Our new adventurers who have joined Saskia are enjoying their evening in their respective places of rest after getting into a tavern brawl, and then enjoying some dancing and revelry. But the evening goes by, and the next morning arrives. And you all can meet together at the docks of the Loggerhead. So, Saskia, you wake up and step out of Ty's room to find Ty sleeping on the deck.
I just big sigh. Big sigh. Ty,
What?
you said you were gonna sleep in one of the other rooms. Why the fuck are you sleeping on the deck?
Well,
Michael, mute yourself.
I was just I was doing my watch, and it was so beautiful out, the stars, and I must have dozed off.
Now I feel bad. I feel really bad that I your room was
No,
quite
no.
comfortable.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You just stay there. Stay comfortable.
I'm not staying there the whole journey. That's your fucking room. I will sleep on the deck.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
very used to that.
You really
No,
should.
I really insist. You sleep in your fucking room, and I will sleep elsewhere.
Honestly, it's just more inconvenient for me if you don't sleep there. I'm gonna have to redo my sheets. It's really hard to clean the sheets.
What sheets? Didn't
it's a
he have a hammock?
There's a pillow.
Just gonna have to reorganize the pillows to put them exactly as they were.
Ty, what does the crew look like? Like, what's the makeup of the crew for the Loggerhead?
So you will see, typically, they are less rough and tumble, as you would imagine, like, on the docks, around there. Generally, they all look like seasoned sailors. These are people who, are not pirates. They might have had, like, sketchy pasts, at one point, but they have since then, like, made something of themselves, and they're typically they don't have a uniform, but they do have purple sorts of they all have like a scarf or a bandana or like some sort of purple regalia to show that they're like part of the Loggerhead's crew. And you can see that all of the bosun and the captain also have pins like ties that have a little turtle head on them that show that they're, part of like the main core people of the ship, the most important people. It's like a sign of respect. And generally, they just look like typical. If you thought, if you didn't know any better, you would assume all these people were like determined military soldiers, but none of them are wearing weapons. They're just all scrubbing the decks like very efficiently. The bosun's yelling, but he is yelling. He's not cursing as you would normally see on ships that you've been. Yeah, he's just commanding. It's a very tight ship.
Yeah, and Saskia, while you're having this conversation with Ty, this is all happening around you because they're getting their boat ready to leave, like within the next hour or two. So they're, exactly as you said, scrubbing the deck, managing the rigging, they're getting everything ready. There is
and they're filling the hull with all these different materials and things for selling off long periods of time. So I don't know what type of goods that would be, but Sean, you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're part of the trade networks of this region, it would be, particularly in Naj Madala, it would be a lot of like material. Like, it's not like food stuff, those sorts of things. It's more like material to be brought to different areas along the coastlines. Typically, your father's business kind of works the West Coast. of Gwenvalier, and occasionally does long haul voyages to the Gwyn Empire when there's a good contract for that kind of thing.
Cloth, coral,
Mm-hmm.
luxury goods.
Yeah, it's very premium. The premium goods that they trade in, bringing Ferothris cultural goods up to the northern areas of Zverwold, particularly, even occasionally when they're bold, going through the rocky north to get to the ports in Elysia, over at Ilmir's Bight. They're very worldly when it comes to Gwenvalier. Though they haven't yet braved a contract that would bring them out to the open sea to go to Aldhalor. They stay close to the shore.
So I will look at all of the activity happening around deck and feel like a sense of invigoration, and I'll look back at Ty and say, fine, I will sleep in your room, but I'm going to make myself useful on this ship because that's what I do. I'm a sailor. And then I will turn on my heel and I will go find the bosun or the captain, whoever is giving orders, and say, put me to work.
It's funny, Sess, though, because this is definitely, like, for the first time ever, difficult for you because you're used to pirate ships and like really, like Clay said, they aren't gruff, salty traders, like, and scavenging. This is the complete opposite of your sailing life. There's regimen, discipline. They even make you put on a some kind of purple regalia to identify you.
Oh shit! I forgot to do that. But as I'm sick, because I have a purple headscarf.
You do.
So I was going to. Fine, I will sleep in your room, but I'm going to make myself useful, and I'll put my headscarf on.
Yeah. Sass.
Welcome to the crew.
The bosun immediately does put you to work.
Great.
Your first task is scrubbing barnacles off the ship.
That's what I fucking did all the time. It's fine. It's fine. And I guess that's what you would all see Saskia doing as you walk up to the ship.
Yeah. Clara, I imagine you'd be the first of the three who are not here to arrive, and you would see Saskia on the side of the ship. Sass, they offer you a rig, but you, I imagine, wave a hand and levitate out there to work on it.
100%. Yeah, and I don't know. Is Mage Hand wouldn't be strong enough to like get barnacles off, would it?
No, they give you a tool to sort of what looks like kind of like a long raking tool that just you have to use your own back sweat to scrub off the barnacles.
I imagine Ty is like watching her, and if there's like specifically like a big patch of barnacles that he thinks she won't be able, like she'll struggle with, he'll cast like speak with animals and tell the barnacles to like
To get
drop
the fuck
off.
Yeah, right. As you're doing that, the barnacles, like that little like feather appendage comes out and it just sort of vibrates as it's just like, hey, this is our home. We've been here our whole lives. What are you talking about? This is where we're supposed to be. This is where we're supposed to be.
I'm doing this for you. If you don't move, she's gonna come there and she's gonna scrape you off and it's gonna hurt.
Get the fuck off.
Walking up, Clara from the dock just goes, "How are you doing that?"
Hi. What? Doing what? Just
The levitation.
oh, I'm magical. I have magical power. Yeah.
Right.
I can just do it.
What? Are you a sorcerer? You don't strike me as the bookish type,
No.
as you kind of let on.
No, and they're borrowed, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah.
a warlock then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My father had a good friend who was a warlock, and without anything else, she just walks up the gangplank
Yeah.
to go see to settling in.
Yeah, and like even
Maybe
like
she'll
as-
go up and. Sorry.
All I'll say is like even as you now this like kind of connects in your head, Clara. Like it makes you immediately think like, oh yeah, she summoned the sword last night. Okay, it's all making sense now.
Right.
Yeah, I think Ty would stand up and chase after Clara to show her what she needs to know.
Well, yeah, I imagine she gets up the gangplank and sees Ty there and gives a little formal bow and goes, Tygon, so good to see you this morning. How are you?
Good. How are you, Clara?
I'm doing well, thank you. This is quite a lovely ship, your father's?
It's a family ship. I suppose I'm not the captain, but really, I'm kind of I own the ship. It's mine. Just don't let on.
That's very impressive for a 47-year-old turtle. And she leans in and gives him a wink.
He just gives her a big shelly. Like you could see his beak upturns at the edges. You can't really tell when a turtle's smiling. It's kind of a subtle emotion.
Fair.
Please, unfortunately, my accommodations aren't going to be as expected of your of your caliber, what you would expect. It's a hammock in the crow's deck, but I assure you,
not to fear. I'm used to slumming it. And she gives you a smile.
Oh, okay, that's good. I mean, it's not that good. You should treat yourself better, but you should. I'm glad you're going to be comfortable on the ship, and if you need anything, let me know.
Of course, thank you. And she just kind of walks off to start like inspecting the ship, just out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's at that point that Giuseppe and Gusteau would maybe a little later than the rest, but not that much later, would arrive at the ship as well.
Yeah, imagine Tygon's also just standing there waiting for
nice
them.
digs. Look at this.
Hey, honestly, though, like legitimately, though, for Gusteau and Giuseppe, like you were not expecting as big of a ship with how quickly he got things going.
It's pretty nice.
Toothpick.
Sorry, they had some cherries at the tavern. They're delicious.
Do we get our own room? Like, do they have rooms down below?
Yeah, what's the bedding situation?
Yeah.
There's unfortunately no rooms. We do have a few cabins, but they're only for the captain and the higher ups in the crew. Everybody else will unfortunately have to sleep in the crew's quarters down below. But we have very comfortable hammocks. Even some doubles if you guys like want to sleep bunk bed style.
It's not the worst place I've stayed, but I suppose it might do.
What is the worst place you've stayed? Clara says, walking up behind Ty.
It was a drunken night. I was in the ditch of a grave for somebody's burial the next day.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a wild night.
Yeah.
How'd you get out?
Drag his ass.
I'm now imagining a halfling in a 6-foot grave, like doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. Had to call for help. Let's just leave it at that.
But Saskia and the crew are finishing up preparations, as you can all get a little bit comfortable as the ship is getting ready to depart from Najmadala to head towards the small port. All right.
I imagine when I'm done, when we're getting ready to set sail, I'll come back on deck just dripping in sweat from having, had to get those barnacles off, and I will hand the bosun back the tool that I was using and walk over to the group and be like, "Morning. It's exciting. Yeah, we're going out on the sea." This is my favorite part is when you set sail. It's just there's something magical, no pun intended, about just setting off on a new adventure and going into the water and not quite knowing what's ahead, but you also have some sort of heading and
Forgetting about your bounties.
what?
No, nothing.
I don't know. How'd everyone sleep?
Good.
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Can't complain.
Yeah, no, it's actually the best night of sleep I've gotten in quite a while.
My
so-
lower back kind of hurts, but
Sorry
that's-
about that.
that happens often.
I have a friend back in Aldhalor who does this really great training program with me, and there's this one stretch that we do before we get started that really loosens the back. I can show you if you want.
Yeah, I don't think he's stretching the way that Gustav is.
But
Okay.
the bosun comes up and smiles at you, Saskia. Says, gives you a compliment on your good work. He begins to shout out at the rest of the crew as they pull up the gangplank and begin to disembark.
I go to the bow. I like to go. I imagine that Saskia has like this little ritual that she does and has done on any ship that she sets that I have set sail on. So I will go to the bow and just find the farthest point out that is safe. I mean, I know I can get back on if I need to, but the furthest point that I can get to just be as close to the water as I can, and just kind of Titanic style lean over the front and just let the sea air consume.
Laura walks up behind, still clutching the grimoire. Is that really safe?
When you've been doing it for as long as I have, it's safe enough.
Fair enough. And she just stands behind Sass at a very nice area, still at the prow, but just stands there, just, looking forward to be like, yes, adventure.
Gusteau is going to find somebody who has like a checklist of all the goods that are on board, and Gusteau's going to go through the entire ship and just kind of get an assessment of what's on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
Three of us are playing Saskia's Odyssey, and two of us are playing How Much Shit Can We Steal in 3 sessions.
Fuck yeah.
Making
sure NPCs.
The quartermaster is absolutely like not like you're like bothering him. Like as you keep like looking at these, you're sort of like, please, could you please return to the
look? My profession's in logistics, so I just want to make sure that when we move the goods out, we're doing it in an efficient manner.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'm imagining the old man from Indiana Jones, when they're at the end of the movie.
Do I use a luck point?
You can.
It's a 7. No, it's not gonna use a luck point.
There's a point when you're like following along the quartermaster as he's checking things where he like abruptly like stops, like almost stomping his foot and turns. Goes, I understand that you are a guest of Tygon's, but please return to the crew quarters or the top deck while I finish my inspection.
I get the picture, but if you need me, one floor away.
I will surely keep that noted. As he goes about his own inspection, to make sure everything is all set.
And I immediately drop Simon and go, you know what to do.
Well, you hear little squeaks as Simon scurries into a dark corner and follows the quartermaster around. But the ship departs as it leaves the main docking points on the western portion of Naj Madala. And the ship begins to pick up pace through the waves. Saskia, your little ritual at the head of the ship, as you can feel the sea spray splashing up on you as the ship begins to take faster pace, going out into the open water to take a quick, a long kind of like roundabout way to turn and bring you all closer to the eastern coastline of Gwenvalir to drop you off at the ferry port. Perfectly fits in with the schedule of the loggerhead, as it's just going to basically do a nice little loop around, drop you off, and then head out to where it's supposed to be going for the goods that it has. But the ship is sort of rocking along the waves. It's a beautiful, crisp, late winter, early spring day, as sort of the semi-eclipsed sun glitter still has enough light coming off of it to glitter across the water. And there's sort of this nice sort of mixture of gold and silver of the glitter, because the eye of the eclipse, the eye of Ilyavania, spreads some light as well. As you depart and disembark. It's not going to be a very long journey because you're pretty close to the shore already. It's probably only going to take a couple hours, really, to get going and move. Is there anything you all would like to do while you're on the ship before you get to close enough to the ferry to take a rowboat over?
As I'm, just taking in the sea spray, Clara, are you still standing behind as we embark?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So eyes are closed, just like heart open to the sea. I will slightly turn my head and be like, so, last night, I thought it was pretty smart that you didn't choose to engage. You know when to pick your battles.
Well, I don't know if you heard me, but like I said last night, I was raised to only start a fight that I intend to finish. And given the situation, casting magic in the middle of a crowded bar, which is my specialty, didn't seem like the best option.
Yeah, I was weighing the options as well, because I also, I've got some magic that's is not quite great in a crowd as well. That's why I opted for the sword. But I'm really curious to see what you can do. I hope you'll show you. To me, you strike me as somebody that is quite talented, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what that is.
Oh, well, thank you, Saskia. I hope I don't disappoint you.
And it's as Clara says that Ro comes off of you and picks a barnacle off of your scarf that got stuck in there, and sort of like waves it in front of you as the little like tendrils come out, and he's like, remember this was in your face.
It was in my fucking face. Get it off. Why I don't want
Saskia,
another
are you
one.
okay?
Yeah, no, fine, just a fly.
As he tosses it off the side of the ship and kind of like wanders, and he kind of like does this like stalking, like almost like a wolf walking around Clara, and he's wizards. Sorry. It's just they're just really good targets for hacks. Their whole desire for knowledge. It's sorry.
You told me I was the last one.
Saskia, have you ever been on a voyage where you have backups? I'm just simply inspecting our new crew. As Clara, like Sass is just sort of like staring, like not like saying anything, just sort of staring, like her eyes following nothing around you.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, yes, sorry. Yeah, no, I get so invigorated by the sea. Sorry.
That you stare.
Yeah. It's a problem. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's weird.
She just cocks an eye at you, like a certain enduring duke. And then just shrugs it off.
Right, well, go see if the bosun needs any more help. And
Sorry, are you
awkwardly
saying
just-
you're gonna do that, or
Yes,
I
no,
should
oh,
do it?
no. I'm saying I'm going to, I said it rather quiet. I'm going to see if the bosun needs any more help. Yeah, and then I will very awkwardly depart.
Yeah, like as you're departing, like you notice crouching next to her is Ro, who's just sort of like poking her grimoire.
Get the fuck off! Go away!
I'm sorry?
Just telling this fly to fuck off.
Interesting. I haven't seen any flies. Usually they don't come out at sea.
I
And
got.
Ro vanishes back into your farm, Saskia, as the ship kicks off.
Sean, what's the weather like?
It's a great question, and let me
How many
look at-
Odons is it out?
Let me look at my.
How warm is it outside?
Yeah,
Like,
let me look at my my Odon weather meter. Or my
would Gusteau and Giuseppe.
Your
be-
odometer.
my
Odon-
odometer. It doesn't work that
A
great.
bathing
Yeah,
Odon-
see, it's not actually
Odon-
that easy to say.
Let's check.
Odometer.
Odometer. The odometer.
Odo.
The odometer says that it is it's actually a pretty warm day for being Arwood Gloam. Above freezing, which is nice. It's a brisk day. Highs of 47 odons, lows of 36 odons. So definitely something where you still need to wear layers and a jacket, perhaps. But the sea wind is definitely brisk. But there are pretty moderate wind speeds with some very light clouds. Gentle breeze, if you will. It's a nice day to go out and go to the shops, wander about town.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
It's not. Anyway.
Uh-oh.
But yes, it's brisk out, but a warmer day for the time of year it is.
Okay.
But yeah, the ship within an hour, you guys are out into the bay proper and taking your proper kind of curvature to head back towards the eastern coastline, or the western coastline that's east of here. But yeah, everything's going well. The crew are really hard at work, making sure they're catching wind where they can and making sure that the ship doesn't get stagnant. But you have a couple hours really just to hang out. It's going to be a bit. You won't have to spend another night on the ship. It'll be about early afternoon when you arrive at the place where you can hop onto a rowboat and be ferried to the port.
Tygon looks kind of dejected in the back of the boat. He's been, doing what seems to be busy work. Just writing it in different scrolls, probably setting up the trade routes for the rest of the journey while he's going to be gone. And it looks like he keeps peering to Saskia as she works, like expecting to like get a word in, but then she like asks the bosun to do something else, and he's like, okay, I'll wait till she's done, and like she just never finishes. So
Saskia, it's about the like third or fourth try of this that you would notice that he's lingering around.
Yeah. And so I will I'll tell the bosun I'll be back in a little bit. I need a break. So, and then I will take my I have my bag, and I will go over to Ty and say, mind if I join you for a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
Great. And I will sit down, and like I've done before, well, this crew hasn't seen it, but I will sit crisscross and I will dump out the contents of my bag, and I will start organizing it in a way that makes sense only to me. And then as I'm working, I just say, Ty, so what you working on? You've been busy all morning, just writing away.
See, I'm actually the navigator for this ship, and I'm usually monitoring, the star charts as we travel to avoid certain, bad omens that could cause, bad weather and the like, and make sure that we have a quick and easy trade route. But yeah, I'm not going to be here, and it's pretty difficult to do this job when you're not looking at the sky and on the boat the whole time. So all I can do is write possible options, and it gets really complicated if I just keep thinking. It's kind of mind-boggling. I'm not sure if I'm doing a really good job, but I'm doing the best I can.
Well, the fact that you're even, putting it down in writing for the crew and just not leaving them to figure it out for themselves, that shows an enormous amount of care.
Yeah, I mean, this is my job. I try my best at it.
Hey, everyone needs someone like you on their crew. I know I'd love to have someone like you on my crew someday. That's what I want to do someday, actually, is I want my own crew, I want my own ship, I want to be in charge. Sorry, that was a lot to... Sorry, yeah.
No, I think that's a very novel dream.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, sorry.
Here, maybe this can help. He reaches into his bag, and he pulls out it looks like an old book, but it's very embellished with embroidery and stuff like that. It looks like it was very fancy and important in one day. You'd immediately know that this is like a captain's log for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands it to you and says, this was my father's captain's log when he was in charge of the ship. I often read his stories, at nighttime, but if you'd like, I could lend it to you while you're still on the ship, and maybe you could learn a little bit about being a captain yourself.
I mean, yeah, that would be wonderful. And I promise to take very good care of this, because this is obviously something that is very valuable, and it's your father's. I'd just love to skim through it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it would
Once
mean
I
a
put
lot
all
to
the-
me if you read, and you could see that, like, he puts his hand on the book, and you could notice that one page is like dog tagged, like there's a little fold in like a specific spot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to read. I need to clean up all this shit first. I got carried away. But yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He just like does that weird turtle smile and gets back to studying.
Yep. And I'll slowly start to put my shit back in my bag.
And it's not too late in the day when you can see the ferry port in the distance. It's a small docking area, not suited to dock large ships, but it's a nice little town with a small or a rather simple palisade wall around it, with not very tall buildings, but clearly enough space for folks to offload and move things about from Najmadala. As you could hear crying from the crow's nest, someone shouting out, 30 minutes! 30 minutes till the rowboats to Najdorio.
How does he know time by distance? Like, does he have like a calculator in his head about the velocity that we're going?
What's a calculator?
Yeah, I was about to say a sailor passes by a calculator.
You never heard of a it's the magical instrument where you put in the numbers and it does. Never mind.
An abacus?
Yeah. That's another name for it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Where did you pick up that bit of lingo? I haven't heard that
Oh, and
slang, I guess, for abacus.
my foster parents. That's what they. I don't know where they're from.
I'm sorry. You don't know where your foster parents were from. That never came up in conversation.
Yes, as this awkward exchange happens, that some like sailor passing by just goes like, "It's fairly simple. He just understands the knots that we're moving at and just knows the distance."
That makes sense to me. What he said doesn't.
Yeah, like they said multiple things to me. They lied a lot. I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
I'm sorry. I have heard of instances of foster living situations not actually being that good for the foster. I'm so sorry you experienced that. Was that here in Honduras? You know, something that my mother works on is making sure that orphans are able to be properly taken care of through funding by the duchy's treasury. So I apologize on behalf of my family if the system didn't work for you.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, my original parents were from Magicet. My father was just working out as a
You said
gardener.
they were
just got,
from
like,
Tasaka.
yeah.
Isn't that why you were traveling there?
But that's my no.
Somebody slaps him and be like, freaking idiot can't get his freaking story straight. My God, the water's getting. I was like, yes, we're going to Osaka. That's where both our parents are originally from. We grew up in Magicet. That's where their foster parents we were raised from.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Ro appears on your shoulder. Saskia's like, that story's not adding up at all.
Not even the slightest, no. No,
I
we
thought
know
they
they're
were
a fucking
lovers.
lion.
Why do they have the same parents?
Oh,
We don't have the same parents. I didn't say we had the same parents.
This is Ro whispering into
Oh.
Saskia's ear. I don't think I'm following the
Ro.
story right.
No,
Oh,
yeah, that's yeah. No, I'm not following it either. But we know they're fucking liars. You know that they're fucking
Yes.
Yes. Why did you say it so many times?
But yes, quickly enough, the ship does round and drops anchor, and they're preparing the rowboat to transport you all to Najdorio.
Great.
Is there any last things you want to do on the ship before you are dispatched? Then dispatched you will.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can piss off the side of the ship. No, there are sailors like gathered on the side of the ship though, and like throwing like a testament to the wealth of Ty's family is that some of these sailors are just like tossing bread off the side of the ship to the fish and creatures below. Just like enjoying watching like the cluster of fish that follow ships. But soon enough, the rowboat is ready, and I'll hop on and get transported over to Najdorio.
Yeah.
Cool.
So as you're rowing into Najdorio, this is a bustling little trade town. As you can see, there are smaller docks, but plenty of people moving about. You can see there are some slightly larger ships that are not as big as Ty's, but large enough to at least offload some goods into Najdorio. Ships like Ty's that are usually offloading in this area go to Domuzerum to offload their larger supply. While things that just need to easily be brought over to the mainland to be brought into the rest of Farathris and north into Honduras, typically we'll just drop off at Najdorio to pick up a caravan to go to one of the areas, whether it's the Fields of Glass or north into the territory proper. Considering the disparate populations around the fields of glass. Not as much has to go there. More has to go into Endurus. But when you arrive in town, no one's looking twice at you because they're used to people coming through. And you can head off to the outskirts of the town if you'd like to hook up with the caravan that Ty has organized your participation in.
Let's do it.
All right. There's a main street leading from the area. There are definitely a lot of people trying to sell you things on the way there. People who maybe don't have the money to get into a caravan, who are just trying to sell goods to travelers leaving. There's a lot of people coming up trying to give you quilts, different small clusters of goods, as well as just trying to sell you clear snake poison to survive in your caravan. There's what Ty you would recognize as scammer potion sellers who have like a whole, like there's this one guy who has like a whole bandolier of potions that he's just crying out trying to sell potions that will let you travel without resting for days, potions that you can feed to your horse to make it stronger. They're all probably sugar water.
He notices that one of the potions is actually the algae that he loves. And he like immediately like opens his eyes wide and he just stares at it, but then he like fights it and keeps walking because he feels like it's too awkward and he doesn't want to like, confuse people.
But you pass through Najdorio to the outskirts where you can see there are several caravans. You see many carriages, many wagons. You can see like while there are like traditional small wagons, you see like massive ones, ones that are like the size of like a train cart, that are filled up with netting covering like really like large swaths of goods being pulled by Enduran oryx. And the one that Ty, that you're supposed to be meeting up with Estro Anandor, who is a rather well-known caravaner who tends to bring the largest caravans to Endurus. Is an eccentric tiefling that also likes to slum it part-time as a bard. But you find his caravan where he has one of these massive auric-drawn carts, and then you can see several people with their own horses, their own carts, some people on foot. Not everyone travels with beast of burden. Some people simply literally are just travelers. Like they were, for whatever reason, came to Najdorio and need to head north through the gap into the gap of Stormrain into Endurus. But it's a pretty big caravan. You're probably gonna be traveling with about like 50 people. And probably like a dozen clusters of like carts or horses or groups. People travel this way specifically to be more safe, but Ty, you do know that they tend to, it's not some military protection or hired mercenaries. People don't really like protect each other. They just feel safer. They'll prioritize themselves most of the time. There have been some horror stories of caravans getting robbed, where like half the caravan gets away because they let the other half get taken, where it's like Estro might be like, yeah, I'm definitely doing this out of the good of my heart, but also like my caravan looks harder to capture than those small groups that I brought in with me. There is some nominal protection from Estro's people, but they will not risk their lives too much for others. It's a very like, sure, it's a raw deal and then it's safer, but it's still a risk. Clara, and probably honestly all of you except Saskia, would know the number one risk is, of course, monsters and whatever's in the wilds. But it's more so a group that has many names, but is often most commonly just called the Loyalist Cult, which is a group of Undurans and some Farathrians who disagree with the modern political structures. The Endurans amongst them are royalists that believe that Endurus should have never separated from the Quintarchy. And the Farathrians are usually cultists, who you don't know the details of the esoterics of their cult, but that they are rather brutal. And they kind of are an alliance of convenience between these royalists and the cultists. That is the most dangerous thing on the road. But you can see standing on his signature soapbox that he has out there, this tiefling who is, he has these large horns that kind of curl to the back. He has purple skin, rather elongated canines, wearing this colorful shawl that has a lot of like jewelry attached to it, so that when he walks, there's almost a jingle to it. And these large billowing pants that kind of stop halfway through the calf, where he has these pointed boots that he wears. Everything kind of like covered in whistles and bells and signs of wealth, but eccentricity as well. And you know this to be Estro Anandor, the caravan bard.
Greetings, Mr. Anandor, was it?
Yes! And by your shiny shell, my lad, I understand you to be of the Loggerhead and the Typhoon Trading Company, right? I got your contract early this morning.
That is very correct. I have a copy of the paperwork here, but I suppose you're already aware of everything. Everything's in order for us?
Yes, I'm to bring you, or you're to come with us into Endurus, past Nephrodala, north into the Storm Rain Gap before we reach our destination and part with you. I heard you're heading up to Tasaka for the memorial service. Very exciting things, Now, would you need any accommodations? Do you need to rent a cart? Do you need to rent a carriage? Do you need to rent some horses? Do you need to rent an auric? Do you need to rent anything at all?
I think a cart might be. I'm like looking at the rest of the crew because maybe.
Yeah, a cart sounds great. Yeah, so that we can take turns driving. Will it fit 1, 2, 3, 5 of us?
We have carts of all sizes, of course. We're the best caravan in town, in all of Najdorio, and all of Endurus, really. We can accommodate you with a cart for 4, a cart for 5, a cart for 6, or a carriage of sorts. Get a little covering, a little fanciness. Horses and auric are also available for rent, unless you have brought your own.
Nope. You know what? Let's splurge. We'll take a carriage, please.
Carriage, yes, of course. Well, a carriage with the horses to pull it. I can make that deal for you for our voyage, the full voyage. 50 silver pieces.
I hand it over.
Excellent! He claps his hands twice as coming from his own giant cart with the auric comes hopping off the front is this gnome who looks like he's about 97 with a big like mustache that's like covers his mouth that he clearly tends to and is the pride and joy of his face, but with like balding hair that's loose, a loose ring in the back, as he comes scurrying over, and Estro kind of leans down and whispers into his ear, and he's yep, and rushes off, scampering off to go secure a cart from their facility. Because you can see other caravans are kind of loosely put together. Estro has his own like building and shop here where he has goods and supplies. Clara had her hand up first, then Ty.
Just curious, does the gnome look like he's 97 in gnomish years or human years?
Human years.
Okay.
I was raising my hand to tell you that he was raising his hand.
Yes, he looks 97 in human years, which truthfully means that in this world, gnomish wise, he's probably actually 60. So gnomes live shorter lives in this world. But yes, they secure you a nice carriage with 2 horses to draw it for your voyage. The horses definitely look like they've had a lot of years on them, a lot of use, and they supply you with enough food to feed them for the journey.
I will stand to the side of it, just taking it all in, and if anybody were to ask, the fuck am I doing? I'm memorizing what it looks like so I can lie about it to Jacquette when we get back. When I get back.
Question: why would you have to memorize what it looks like if you're just gonna lie?
Because I need something to go off of. I need a springboard. All lies are based in truth.
Not all of them.
The best ones are.
That's true. Best ones aren't.
But there's a lot of dust kicked up into the air as there's a lot of beasts of burden moving about, and carts and carriages and caravans and wagons. So there's a lot of dust in the air as you would hear Estro call out that the caravan is leaving in 20 minutes, as people are kind of gathering all their things in. And it's a diverse variety of folks. You can see some wealthier looking people who are in their own gilded carriage that's pulled by their own much nicer looking horses, down to just a cluster that's a family that is just they just need to get to another place, and it's safer together than alone on the road. But you are at where would you all like to take your position in the caravan? Closer to the front, the middle, the back? It's going to be a long group of people.
Probably middle.
Yeah, I'd say middle too.
Tygon would want to experience this adventure to the fullest, so he'd probably be as close to the front as possible.
Well, you'd have to go and walk if you're close to the front instead of staying with Sass's carriage if Sass is keeping him in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And what I mean is a long caravan. I mean, if Sass is in the middle and you're at the front, you're 100 feet ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay in the carriage, but the front of the carriage, sitting where the.
Okay, fair enough.
Did the carriage come with? And I probably know the answer to this, but are we driving the carriage ourselves?
Yes, there's no. Yeah, they don't provide staff.
Great. I will drive first, and Ty can sit with me up front.
I ritual cast speak with animals so I could talk to the horses.
Of course you do.
So,
right.
Clara, you had a proper education?
Clara.
Yes. I was tutored as a child by the members of my household, and then I went to the Mistra Arcana, the most prestigious arcane university this side of the whatever sea. Carencia Sea. Thank you, God.
So, if we went to Duras, could you help us in some sort of way? Education or get us a job. I don't know. What can you do with your?
May I cut in for just a moment as I'm driving? Gusteau, you literally met her yesterday. Yeah?
No, it's okay. Thank you, though. I like to think that it is my family's duty as leaders of Honduras to make sure that we help out all citizens of our great country. Gusteau, I guess I would have to ask, what do you think your best qualities are? What strengths would you bring to the table?
What do you think, Giuseppe?
I think she asked you.
Well,
No,
yeah, but
I can help out here. He's he's quick with his hands, as you've seen last night. He's
Sure.
smarter than he appears. Even though he can ramble on and be bumbling, and he's not too easy. He's not too easy on the eyes.
Not too easy. on
Okay.
us.
He is.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like,
He is really. He's a little easy on the eyes.
There you go.
do you have any qualifications? Any apprenticeships that you've completed? Do you have a certificate?
I made pizza.
Why the hell we have
before.
that nerd shit?
That's
well.
that's not nerd shit.
yeah.
Those are documents you need to get employed.
Gusteau, what are you looking?
When you start getting documents, like where's the bottom? Where's the base?
Well, usually you would find a guild and start as an apprentice there under some master, and then
Can
after
you get us in one of
complete-
those guilds and at the bottom?
Well, that's
you know,
what I was trying to get to. Is if you have a specific field that you're interested in. I don't know that quick hands and easy on the eyes really qualifies you for anything specific. I think those are great assets to have. But if you're talking about like a trade, like going into blacksmithing or weaving, farming, those might require different skill sets. Though I guess if you're truly as if you're as smart as Giuseppe says you are, you could take any of these trades and flourish in them, she says with a big toothy grin. That is not sarcastic in the slightest.
And if that doesn't work out, I could always get you a job as a ship's boy.
There you go.
Chips boy.
Yeah, they get the worst work, but you only have to do it for like 3 years before you become a real sailor, and you learn a lot.
Well, if I could, do an apprenticeship at a guild, for blacksmithing, that sounds pretty great. Make my own blades. What do you think, Giuseppe?
Do whatever the heck you want. I don't understand why you're so gung ho about this, honestly.
What would you do, Giuseppe?
Just feeling out some options. That's all.
Well, what would I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do? What guilds would you grace with your presence?
Nothing. Why would I want to join a guild? I've been getting along
Be a
just fine
productive
on my own.
member of society.
Yeah, and by getting by, you've just been swindling everything you can get your hands on.
Whoa! Hey!
He's a
Who said
swindler.
Swindle. Hey, I make an honest living, all right? I provide
No,
my
you don't.
services. I provide my services like I am for yourself at a cost. Do I need the guild to
Provide the
protect me?
services.
Okay.
I kind of get it. I think no.
He's
Honestly,
racist.
I think that's to be. I think Giuseppe is to be respected for that choice. I mean, he's an entrepreneur.
Thank you, Ty. See, yes, I'm a venture capitalist.
It's always helpful to have independent individuals help to stimulate the economy.
I'm on that Sigma grind set. What can I say? I go and even though.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
It says that as you say that there's a sharp smack on the side of your cart as Estro comes by and sort of smacks it to get your attention. You see he does walk around with just like a writing crop that he just sort of waves around in a flourishing way. As he smacks, he goes, "Oh, right then. Tygon's party, yes. All right, just need to go through the disclaimers and rules about our caravan before we get going in the next 10 minutes. So, rule number 1, stay with the caravan. Easy enough, right? Rule number 2, if you don't stay with the caravan, we will not slow down and we will not come back for you. Understood?
Understood.
Rule number 3. If danger is encountered, you are responsible for yourself, though as long as you're close by and it is not too dangerous, our personal guard, will assist you. Understood?
Understood.
Yes. Rule number 4, if you're caught stealing anything from anyone else's cart, personhood, or carriage, or whatever it might be, you will be held liable, and our personal guard will apprehend you unless you get too far away, and it wasn't our own goods. And, of course, rule number whatever I said before this, the number
5.
after.
5.
5. We stop every night at sunset and camp out for the evening. Any questions?
It's pretty straightforward.
What
Clara has been taking notes.
kind of food do you have?
Food. Well, if you would like to participate in the public food, it will cost a certain amount. We have vendors that will set up at sunset. You're responsible for your own breaking of fast and your own midday lunch, but we do have a public dinner that is available at a cost, typically a couple coppers for a bowl.
And where's your caravan in the line?
My caravan, of course, is, it points up towards the front at the head. We have a smaller caravan at the rear to keep an eye on things, but like I said again, if you slow down, don't wake up in time, bright and early in the morning to keep moving, we will leave you behind.
Makes sense to me.
And for that matter, we leave every morning sharp at 8 a.m.
Very well.
And kind of like holds.
Giuseppe, you're gonna have to get up a little early, or earlier than you used to.
And you see, like, as he said that, he does, like, pull out, like, a little, like, fancy pocket watch that he just sort of gestures to as emphasis. Well, welcome aboard to Estro's caravan, my good, humble friends. It looks like you're just traveling, not transporting goods, which is good for you. Good for you on a caravan. Always smart, and he winks at you, Tygon. Whether or not you're keeping that goods on your own person or in a bag of holding of sorts, it just means that you're less likely to be targeted. But I do encourage you, as I encourage all my caravan participants, to look out for your neighbor if you can.
Thank you for having us.
We'll do our best.
Excellent. And he smacks the side of your cart with the crop and moves along to the next one to give the exact same speech as he goes down to the end. And then you see him wander back up, and you hear a horn blow. That is the indication that the caravan is departing, as an ungodly amount of dirt gets kicked up as you move through and out of the outer walls, or the outer area of Najdorio to move north. Well, really northeast. So, caravan is on the move. It will take you a certain amount of time to get to the destination. The caravan is not going all the way to Tosaka. So at a certain point, you'll go on your own journey. At some point, Estro would let you know that the carts are available for purchase. The horses are also available for purchase if you'd like to keep them beyond the caravan. Although, Ty, you would know that these caravans tend to seriously upcharge these carts and horses, since you have no other options once they depart from you. You don't want to own, you want to rent.
Yeah. Ty would mention this to Saskia and anybody else who was curious.
It's good to know. I probably would have just paid whatever it is, so thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I may not know a lot about the land around here, but I do know business.
As the day goes on, starting the journey in the greater afternoon until sunset, you travel quite quickly for how many people you have. With Estro's mega cart, we'll call it, leading at the front. It smells awful as you're traveling because there's a lot of animals shitting. And particularly the larger oryx are shitting a lot. And it's, getting all in those wagon wheels. Just to
You
give
didn't have to describe
they
that.
say DMing is about
It's an
invoking the
immersive
senses.
Mm.
But it's very pleasant, though, despite the smell. You hear, in the sense of like,
Shit.
in the sense that like there is a almost immediate sense of community, as you can see, despite the implication by Estro and what you know about these cards, that they are a little bit cutthroat in the sense of, yes, we're safer together, but we'll let you die if it's profitable to us. People are people. So you immediately see carts and wagons and groups helping each other out, supplying each other with goods they forgot. You see one cart of what are clearly traders who have bought a lot of goods tied up in front. They're immediately sharing water with a family who then returns the favor with some baked goods. There is this humanity to it all. There's all humanity to it all. As even like people start playing music along the road. It's, if any of you have traveled like this, like that people have to entertain themselves on a very boring journey, and they're entertaining each other. As you pass out of the site of Dorio and of the sea onto the mainland, with the rushing Cern River beside you that you're following up north towards the gap. You're still in Ferothris. You won't be out of Ferothris until a couple days from this journey. But yes, as you pass through, it's getting it's a nice day. Is there anything everyone would like to do, or would you like to just keep traveling? Anything you're looking out for, or anything like that?
I think Tygon would write down a small list of his spells that he knows and share it with both Saskia and Clara, and just say, I'm not very confident in combat, and I know how. I've been practicing these spells that were given to me through my magical techniques that I've learned, but honestly, I'm not sure if I'm doing all of them right, because I've never really used them practically. I'm wondering if you knew anything about these spells to help me.
Well, the first rule is you have to just go for it. Yeah, even if you don't know what you're doing, at least that's what's worked for me. You have to go for it, and you have to believe. It's going to sound very, very cheesy, but you need to believe in yourself.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be very half-assed.
And you'll notice that it's like, it'll say like moon. It won't give you like details about the spells. Like, he doesn't know if it's like concentration or how many actions or whatever. But you can see like under Moonbeam, it says like only use at night. And like under Summon Beast, it's all just like different types of fish.
But soon enough comes the setting of the sun and the first stop of the night. As you can see, there's another horn that blows. It blows twice to indicate the caravan is stopping. Estro would have also gone through with you the horn signals. 1 is go, 2 is stop, 3 is immersion, is danger. And the different carts and wagons and carriages all splinter off into what ostensibly is a makeshift village that forms as the sun is setting. There are people. Some of these people who are traveling are seasoned caravanners, so they pick their spot. You can see it's almost like it's oddly a bum rush for the middle, like where it's like stay off the edges, and those who are not seasoned are kind of stuck at the edges, you kind of form a circle, all with the center of it being the mega cart and the public kitchen, so to speak. As you can see, the people who tend to get stuck in the outskirts are honestly the traveling families and individuals who don't have a trading cart or some kind of economic reason for this other than travel. And they set up their camps as close as they can to the center. Estro's personal guard does do a patrol around. They don't set up like posts where they're guarding, but there's always two of his personal guard that kind of in like a certain distance from each other just do a rotation around, stopping every now and then, and they're just keeping an eye out for danger. But it is a cold night. The sky is a little clear, so the stars are all out, as well as the you can sort of see in the distance some interesting lights come from the far off places. They're very distant, though. You really are just seeing the hint of them, which Clara, you would know, is sort of the lights of the Enduran Vale. Endurus is known as the Glittering Dale because there are these sort of magical creatures that give off these somewhat aurora borealis. So there is some of that, but most of it's just fireflies at this point, littering the fields along the river as you've all stopped. And you can hear the sounds of camp life. You can smell a variety of different foods being cooked with the different cultural seasonings from across Gwenvalier. As again, music is playing in certain areas, and it is quite nice in that sense. But if you'd like, you could head to the public kitchens where they're serving up. You can get a vibe that it's mostly going to be soups and stews.
Oh, not mostly oats?
Well, there are oats in the stews sometimes.
Oats.
But despite what dangers might have been warned to you, like there's a sense of safety in numbers as you're in this camp cluster. But there's not much to do. It is almost painfully boring if you don't have something to distract yourself with.
I imagine that after we've all gotten some food and we're all kind of sitting back at our carriage, I will open a conversation and just say like, so I've been thinking about it for the day. We've been traveling, and I'm curious. I like to do these, well, at least I did way back before I had my friend group. They are called icebreakers. And I would, it just lets you get an insight to the people you were with. So it's not as terrible as it sounds. I just want to ask everyone a question. If you could say what your best quality is, what would it be?
I'm smart.
Care to elaborate at all?
I have an intelligence of 20. Heist you can go without epic boons, so I'd say that's pretty good.
Great.
I was valedictorian at the Mr. Arcanum, so I think that's my best trait.
Mine's my smile.
And he smiles and there's like some holes in his teeth. Yeah, he's got one gold tooth.
It's a lovely smile. Giuseppe?
Yeah, I'd probably say my charm.
Care to elaborate?
You kidding? He's
Well, but
charming me.
people- Yeah, I mean, I bagged this broad. And what can I say? I like people. I talk to people. I have fun with people. I like to have a good time. Like right now, you're enjoying this conversation, aren't you?
So much.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Mhm.
Chopped.
Yeah. And this is clearly not how Saskia thought this conversation was going to go at all. It's, Ty?
Oh, yes, of course. I have a nice boat.
That's a lovely possession that you have, but what's the quality about you as a person? What makes you wonderful?
I don't know if I have anything that really could make me be wonderful, but
Bullshit. There's something.
I'm really good at navigating.
There you go. So you've got an eye for the stars and the seas and the maps,
Mm-hmm.
and you can make sense of it where nobody else can.
Well, I
That's pretty-
mean,
That's
anybody can
impressive.
do it with a little hard work.
You know what I've noticed about you, Ty? You put yourself down a lot. Anytime somebody tries to, give you a compliment or say, I don't know, say something nice to you, you brush it off. Why?
I guess I just feel like I don't know, I just feel like I haven't really completed my purpose in life. Like there's always been like this expectation and I just haven't ever fulfilled it.
What expectation is that? What's the purpose? Do you even know?
Not really.
That's interesting. So you're constantly going after something that might not even exist. Sounds
just-
exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was little, people always told me that I was destined for something, that my fate was written in the stars, but nobody really told me what that really means, like what I need to do.
What do you
And
think it means? Fuck everyone else. What do you think it means?
I don't know. I
That's
thought
okay.
that maybe this adventure could help me, understand.
Sure. I realize that's a lot of deep personal questions that there, but maybe you'll find your purpose.
Well, usually when people say that fate is written in the stars, it's a metaphorical expression often used to describe predetermination. So it sounds like whoever's been telling you this believes that there's a prophecy of some sort about you.
Oh, there is.
Saskia may be right. Oh.
What?
Clara kind of gets a little slacked out. She goes, I'm sorry, there's a prophecy about you?
Yeah, it's written in that book I gave you, Saskia.
Okay.
Saskia, you remember the dog ear marked
Yeah.
page of the book.
Did you give the book to me to hold on to?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take that out.
Why don't you just tell us? Like what?
It's kind of weird. I mean,
What's it say?
Most prophecies are.
so
Did you send
Clay,
it
do you
to
want
me?
me to send it to Shannon?
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I mean, if she wants it before
Yeah.
she shares it with everyone, sure. Just replace the one part with the name that you gave me today, Sean.
Okay, yeah. Saskia, as he's kind of nervously flustered, you find the passage.
Okay. Do you mind, Ty, if I just read it out loud?
Okay.
If you're not comfortable, I won't.
Well, we've gone this far.
All right. Your people will find no more threat from the sea. A son with powers of vision you will conceive. He must follow the woman of white hair and no past, or the day Sarnuk returns will be his last. What?
He kind of just like looks down at the floor.
Is your name Sarnak or Ty?
My father was a shipwright. He used to build lots of ships, and there was a creature that attacked my people many years ago. It was called the Sarnak. It was a sea god of some sort, a monster. And one day my father, he beseeched the stars above for guidance, and he received this prophecy. He believes it's about me, and I believe it's about you.
You say that to me?
Yeah.
Sass, before you could respond while he's saying
Uh-huh.
that, Ro peers over your shoulder and kind of looking down over your shoulder on the book is prophecies, 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 prophecies. You all are so obsessed with prophecies, self-determination, blah, 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 blah. Most of them are fake, false, based in small truths, maybe.
What does it... I'm very confused, and I don't want them to know that I'm very confused. What does it mean?
Clara, you have your hand up.
Sarnak, question mark. Can do check, question mark.
Yeah, give me our religion or arcana check.
Can't do check.
I'll do Arcana. 28.
28, excellent. So this is very esoteric knowledge, Clara. But you obviously with 28, like you and your voracious curiosity, you've read something about sea gods.
Sarnak, right? I might have mispronounced it earlier.
No, that's actually 100% correct. Sarnak is a reference to an older sea monster. The most that you would have read about it is that a certain time ago, people used to be more afraid of the sea, specifically of the dragon turtle god Sarnak. That people were.
That's not I recognize.
It's not the exact name of the dragon turtle demigod that you met, but it is very similar. And the ferocity of the sea, and that there was always a chance that you would need to provide offering or sacrifice to the sea if you were passed by Sarnak, who was known as an angry sea god. But use of the term and use of the superstition mysteriously vanished, where sailors stopped being concerned with it over time, and the myth, the active offering that people would prepare for shifted from reality to myth to scary stories.
But I don't want you to think that I'm just traveling with you guys because if I don't, I'm gonna die. Like, I really know the prophecy looks that way, but getting to know all of you, I feel like this is the right thing for me to do.
It says powers of vision. Can you see? Like with capital S? Like in like future?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I mean, that's
I
what it
have had these
says.
powers since I was, young, but I just am a really good navigator. I never really saw the future or anything like that.
Sorry, do you mind sharing that book slash pasting the text so others
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
read
yeah,
it?
yeah. Sorry about that.
I'll paste it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No.
So Sarunak, that's a very old sea creature. I haven't heard it referenced in a long time. So it's interesting that it's still relevant.
Well, I mean, my dad is pretty old.
So
How old is he?
Like in his 80s, 85, something like that. Can't remember.
Okay, well, in the grand scheme of things, I'm talking about like centuries have gone since folks really have made offerings to this sea creature, this angry god, as they used to reference.
Well, that's part of the reason why this prophecy, I mean, besides the fact that my father said the sky told it to him, that it's so valid is because, who would think of that name? Like, who would be talking about that name? Like, he had to do the research himself to figure out what the prophecy was talking about. I mean, he knew about, a sea monster, but he didn't know its name until he got this prophecy.
And does your father, does he worship any specific deities that might have presented this prophecy to him?
Turtles do worship the sun specifically. They call it the Traveler. That's like the particular turtle deity.
Yeah, I mean, my father was he was a traveler. He learned about a lot of different religions and gods over his life. He grew up worshiping the Traveler, but I believe he also learned a lot about Ilyuvania and her ways. And
Ilyuvania would become important to turtles because they specifically worship celestial bodies. So like
Mhm.
there's the Traveler, which is the main one. Then every single moon that wanders through the sky is like a different figure in turtle mythology. With the sun and Vero, being the two main deities, the gas giant and the sun. But any celestial body, any moon, because like Vero has many moons. Like there's a very complicated moon system in Aradun, with Ilyuvania's moon being obviously the prime moon in the last 30 years. So a lot of turtles actually would probably be adopting the Ilyuvania faith as an add-on to their original faith in Vero and the Traveler. And they would be called that, like they worship Vero and the Traveler particularly.
I imagine this is a topic that Tygon knows pretty well, and he's rambling about different religions and aspects about cosmology to you until you shut him up.
Does the Traveler have any other names for other cultures?
Yes.
Or so as an Unturan, how would I recognize the Traveler?
Yeah. So the Traveler is the most universal name is Ao, as sort of this like concept of the sun that is transcendent of a particular culture. I mean, like dwarves believe that the sun is like the forge of their god. Others believe it to be sort of this originator of light and peace. The most probably like detailed worship of the sun in the Traveler, or the Traveler and Vero is from turtle tradition. because Ty would actually be part of like a new. This is maybe getting a little too esoteric with the lore, but
We open the lore dump.
because there's there's the very ancient oral tradition of turtles that comes from like pre-Morrissey, and then there's new turtle faith, so to speak, which is like less strict and way less like focused on certain things. Because original turtles historically from the oral tradition, you would know this, Ty, were from Aldhalor, where they were born on the Razorback Islands, which are actually near Aldhalor. And they were, for lack of a better way to put it, an orphan tradition, where turtles specifically valued travel, and would come back to the Razorback Isles to have children. And then they typically would do that late in their life, where they are not around long for their children's lives. And then turtle possessions are just heritage based, where like you are born, you have a very brief time with your family, and you inherit everything they owned. And then your goal, your job, is to go and travel the world. And that's the original traveler myth, is of you gather stories. You gather stories, and then in death you return to the traveler to share in the stories. And a turtle's mission is to be a traveler amongst all cultures. And this tradition is still upheld in turtle communities, but there's medicine and culture has transcended where turtles don't die as early and as quickly, and as so they don't have the orphanage culture anymore of like, you really
less
don't.
Predators killing
Yeah,
their
like
eggs
you
as they're climbing into the ocean.
there's no more pilgrimage of family, as they would call it, where you go back to the Razorback Isles to have a family and then die rather quickly into their child's life.
And
I imagine Ty is explaining everything I just said.
Yep, I was gonna say, as Ty is
Yes.
rambling about all of this, I'm still trying to understand why it seems like I am in this. It's very, I mean, it's not very, it could be any woman with white hair and no past. I just happen to fit the description.
Wait, sorry. What do you mean by no past? I thought you said that you had family in Tasaka. That's why you wanted to go there.
So, yes. It's complicated.
We have time.
Okay.
And this is like the first bit of attitude that's coming from Clara. Almost like she doesn't fuck around with prophecies. Because that's what her dad used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Zealots.
so hearing the attitude... Yeah.
Zealots cure on. We can't have zealots.
Hearing the attitude from Clara, I'll just kind of go like this for a second. Be like, all right.
Sorry, prophecies rub me the wrong way.
No, I understand, and I'm trying to make sense of it as well. The long and short of it is, I am who I say I am. I am Saskia. But I'm also someone else that I don't have any memory of.
Tygon's like ecstatic at hearing this, because he didn't really know for sure that you had no past. He kind of was just like guessing
Just
about
like
the whole
hoping at
thing.
it.
Saskia follows every blonde woman who shows up, or Ty follows every blonde woman who
white-haired
shows
person.
up.
It's true.
Wait, so you were like reincarnated?
No, not quite.
Oh, you went on too much of a bender? Forgot who you were?
How about I just fucking tell you what happened, yeah?
I thought that those were good flavor bits.
I did too. Says oh,
That was the horse that said that.
Yeah. I was someone else a long time ago, and I believe I am from Tasaka, That's where I was born. That's where I was raised, and I actually seemed to be training to go to where you were, Clara.
Sorry, no one's been born in Tasaka for decades. There's Tasaka Village, but as I recall, you didn't even know that existed when we met.
Right.
How old are you?
And like just to all of your eyes, like Saskia is like looks like basically a 20-year-old half elf. She looks very young, actually.
And then would I know that or not know, but like, would I tell people that I'm 25 or whatever?
Because it's what you believe.
Yeah,
you
that's
are.
what. That's
because
right.
you like as you recall in the conversation with Jacquette, like there was this clear implication of like you should be in your 50s.
Yeah. So again, that's a complicated answer. I'm 25, but I might not be 25. I don't know yet.
It's absolutely impossible for her to be 25.
Born in Tasaka, if that's what your memories tell you, then you're...
Well, it was something I was shown. I don't actually remember it. I was shown, and I'm going there to try and make sense of it all.
Look, visions, prophecies, they're all well and good, but I wouldn't put too much faith in them. No pun intended.
But you've got to have faith in something.
Of course you do.
Well,
visions that you're given by unknown entities, I mean, anyone can put a vision in your brain. There's high-level magic to do that.
Yeah, but this unknown entity saved my father's business. If the sea creature that was attacking him didn't disappear after this prophecy, we wouldn't be as successful as we are today.
Okay, and that's fair. That could also be coincidence. But speaking to Saskia and these memories she might have,
You think it's a coincidence that I met this woman who is white hair and is described exactly like this prophecy?
Do you know how many white hair women are on this planet,
With no memories? And
but she does have memories.
No, they're not.
Well,
that's just the easy thing to call them. They're pictures, I suppose. That I don't remember them.
I mean,
all I'm
could
saying
be like
is
like an old woman from a nursing home, right? She's got like Alzheimer's or something.
It's totally ignoring what Gusteau says. It's very easy to hear a prophecy and then make a situation fit what that prophecy says.
As Clara says that, I want to say to Ro, because I think it was Ro that called my old patron a petulant child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know this Sarnak? And was a certain someone related to them?
And as you say that, and everyone's kind of like staring at you,
As I'm staring.
or I mean, really, Clara was probably still talking about prophecies not being something you should put wind into.
Yeah.
Ro just like appears in front of you.
Fuck.
And he like grabs your face. And obviously like nothing's happening. It's just sort of like you've experienced this.
Right.
And he looks in your eyes. You released Sarud.
What? What does that mean? What? Who is that?
Pardon me. And he vanishes.
What the fuck? No. Listen, I need you to come back and I need you to tell me what that means.
We're all right here.
Wait. She's
Sorry.
talking to herself again.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
a lot.
Got schizophrenia too, along with the Alzheimer's.
I guess she does fit the bill.
These guys are not from Aradoon. They're from a place called New York City.
Got good pizza. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry, I know I talking again. I don't know. I gotta do some thinking, I think, on this. Yeah, but thank you, Ty, for sharing it.
It's okay. And Clara, you don't have to believe in what I believe. Just know that, I mean, although I feel like I have to be here, I really think that it's gonna be good for all of us. And I hope we get along on this adventure.
And the tension's not the right word. The preoccupation with this sort of somewhat fades to the night as everyone comes to a quiet rest as the camp begins to quiet down. You find a spot to sleep, whether in the cart or on a sleeping mat. One of your neighbors comes over and shares some of their goods that they have left over from their own dinner, recognizing that you guys had the very simple gruel, but they come and share some of their extra heartier food. As you're just kind of like maybe sitting and thinking of the cart, sitting at the head of it, Saskia, as you're sort of like watching the people, children running about, laughing, twisting thoughts to those memories. You think about yourself in those visions, running around laughing as you see these children of the land that is yours. And it's as those children kind of run by and there's a smile from the neighbor who hands you some food. It kind of like fades away and you can see kind of like the fire of the campfire flickering. And then you kind of come out of this trance-like state as you notice beyond that campfire, near another campfire, you see a group of people with eyes peering at your camp. And then they avert their eyes when they notice you. Somebody has taken notice of your group for whatever reason. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Woo!
Right, friends. All right, friends. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We're gonna end there, and pick this back up next week. Thank you for hanging out with us in Paradise. A lovely time wherever you are in the world. Bye.
Good night.